Welcome to the public journal. Today I set out to implement the delete functionality. So those of you who have watched yesterday's video would have heard me realize that I haven't even thought about implementing a delete functionality in the front end of the SaaS platform that I'm building. And for those of you who are watching this for the first time, just to give you some context, I'm building a code snippet management platform. So a platform, SaaS platform that if you're a developer or anyone learning to code, you're going to be able to use to manage your snippets. And I'm going to be recording more videos explaining these things, but on these set of videos, these episodes of videos, what I do is to give you updates on what I did and the things I learned, some challenges that I faced. And my goal is to be able to motivate you to keep up on this journey, and also in the course of the process help myself become better. And I'm doing this by building real life projects. And CodeSnipX, which is the snippet management platform that I'm building, is like one of those things that I'm doing to help me become better. But then I'm documenting every single step in this journey so as to motivate you as well. So if you enjoy content like this and you look forward to more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now let's go back to what I did today. So today I actually went back to working more on the WordPress plugin that I started working on. So I think in the last two days or so, I mentioned that I started working on a WordPress plugin. Unfortunately, this is like a very private plugin that I cannot really show here, otherwise I would have shown you. And today I had to do a lot more work with it, and in fact it took more than 6 hours and I was on it trying to fix things. Unfortunately, not everything is done yet, so hopefully tomorrow I'll still be on it to try finish it up. But it was really I was really enjoying it, because I mean, as I said the last time, I didn't know anything about how to build WordPress plugins, and now I'm building a very not sophisticated, I was going to say sophisticated, but then to the best of my knowledge, I feel that starting with building something and in less than a day you are able to build this sort of complex thing. Because the reason I think it's complex is because this is a plugin that is communicating with an external database and pulling some data, refining the data, and presenting it in a particular way in WordPress. And you need to, I mean, I think that it is a great thing, and I'm so excited about it. And the fact that I can learn and replicate, or I can learn and in a couple of hours after learning this I'm able to build something out of it, is like one of the biggest things for me. And that is one of the reasons I keep saying that that's one of the reasons why I'm excited at being a software engineer. But today, after I've done that, I decided to now focus on code snippets and implement the delete functionality. I only discovered yesterday when I was recording the video that, oh, I have not implemented the delete functionality. So I went ahead to implement the delete functionality, and now that is working. I think the highlight of the day concerning code snippets when I was developing today's functionality was more of how I abstracted the delete functionality into a custom hook. So when I started, I created it within just one component. So those of you who have learned React or know React.js or Next.js in itself, you would appreciate what I'm saying. But then hooks like make the reuse of functions very easy in React. And when I started, I didn't think of it like that. I didn't even think that I was going to have to implement the delete functionality in different places within the application. So I just focused on having that delete functionality in where we have all the snippets. That's all that I did. And eventually when it worked, I mean, I had to go to the back end and also make some changes to the back end, because I realized that in the back end, I was just handling deletes. Anybody at all could delete anything. But obviously, we do not want it that way. We want to scope it down so that you can only delete things that belongs to you. Code snippets that you created are the only ones you can delete, unless if you are an admin. And now I've not even done any sort of role-based permissions or role-based access control. I've not done anything to that effect. So I need to make sure that anyone who is deleting can only delete their own code. With time, I'll build into it the role-based access control. I think the schema that I have in the backend handles that, but I've not implemented it in terms of the function, the controller functions that I'm using, or the logic that I'm implementing on the various functionalities. I've not implemented any role or permission-based stuff. So now I went back to the back end to update it so that the delete will only ensure that you have to be logged in to be able to delete something. And once you're logged in, if you are deleting, we're going to check if you have the right to delete this. That is, if it is something, it is a snippet that was created by you. And also you can set to delete, you can delete by either the hash ID or the ID itself or the slug. It's similar to how we're getting the snippet from the database, but this time around we are using the delete functionality. So that's how, or what I did to be able to implement the front end as well. And as soon as I was done with that, I realized that, oh, if it is here, then someone is going to struggle to delete a specific one, because here they get to see everything. But what if they want a specific one? They have to click on it and go into the details. So I went into the detail page and tried to add a delete icon there. And that's when I realized that, yeah, it would be easier if I abstracted this into a helper function or a React hook, so that I'll be able to reuse that functionality elsewhere. So eventually I was able to get that as a React hook and reuse it in the detail page, the snippet detail page, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like right now. But fortunately, I've been able to implement that, and I think those are not the only places where I would have to add a delete functionality. So going forward, if I realize, and I think as I'm saying it right now, I've seen a couple of places where I'll need to place one. But yeah, I think now that is handled and that is okay. I really want to hurry up with the MVP and make it ready for use. As users start testing it out and using it, giving us feedback, we can refine it. And just so I do not forget, today I even had a meeting with my colleague who is also working with me on CodeSnipX. His name is Lawrence. Hi Lawrence, if you're watching this. And we had a meeting today to discuss the way forward, and he was working on the payment system for CodeSnipX. So as I mentioned earlier, it's a SaaS platform, so you're going to have subscriptions, and based on the subscriptions, there are going to be functionalities that you can enjoy based on the level of your subscription. So we had a conversation around what to do, the code base that he has written now, how do we integrate it into the existing code base, and also the other things that needs to be done, like the landing page that needs to be created, the email services. So there's still a lot of things to do, and I, for one, I'm enjoying the journey, not just because of the product that I'm building, but because of the learning and the growth, the new things that I'm discovering, the way of thought, like, oh, I didn't know that you have to think through, you have to think about A, B, C, D when you're building things like this. But now I'm discovering them as I'm going, and I'm having conversation around it, and I'm getting people who are reaching out to me and giving me advice, giving me insight, and that set of growth that I'm seeing and learning that I'm going through is what I'm enjoying the most. And I hope you that you're watching this, if you have consistently been watching the streams, I hope that you're enjoying it and you're learning one or two things every day. And hopefully I get to keep up showing you the progress that we make and some of the lessons that we learn from it. So on that note, let me show you what I did today on the computer. I've implemented the delete functionality, and let me show you how it's going to work. So yesterday I mentioned I was going to do this, and now it's been implemented. As you can see, we have 5 snippets here, and 2 of them have been tagged to be deleted. So this is test to delete. This next item, oh, I meant to write to delete, but let's go ahead and start with this. Click on delete. Are you sure you want to delete this item, this snippet? Okay. Yes, deleted successfully. So that is gone. The other place where I've implemented is in the snippet detail. So when I click on it and it goes to the snippet detail page, as you can see from here, there is a delete icon right here. When I hover on it, it says delete snippet. So I click on that, the same thing, and boom, that is also deleted. So that is the simple delete functionality. The good thing about it is that I was able to abstract it into a React hook. So it makes it easy for me to now add the delete functionality to any page or anywhere I want it. All right. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned a thing or two from it. I hope you are also being motivated to do some of these things by yourself and build something for yourself as well. Thank you once again, and if you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor by giving the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to subscribe to, and also show me some love and motivation by leaving comments down there. If you have any words of motivation for me, I need it to help me keep going because it's definitely not easy, as you can see. But yeah, go ahead and drop your comments in the chat to motivate me, or you have any suggestions for me, any questions, anything at all, let's engage in a comment. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.